Unusual behaviour among pupils at more than 3,000 schools has recently come under the spotlight. A research project has now been set up after the Department of Basic Education highlighted an increase in outbursts and physical attacks in a number of schools. They are allegedly linked to areas of spirituality. Let's get some more on this now with Elijah Mhlanga from the Department of Basic Education. Dr. Mhlanga, good afternoon. Welcome to today and thank you very much for your time. Has the research project that you have commissioned at the universities in Pretoria and Johannesburg begun?
Good afternoon, Bamoyan. Not yet. The team finalized the questionnaire a week ago, and we are waiting for schools to open after the short recess. And when they get back to school next week, the teams will be in the schools that have been identified for the research.
Okay, so it's going to start shortly after this break. Now, what exactly are you going to be seeking to unpack and understand?
Well, the questionnaire wants to know who you are and where you are located and whether you have witnessed these occurrences and whether you were affected or if you are the person that was involved in them. But it will also seek to check if you have an idea of where this is coming from and what you think can be done. So there's about 300 learners that are targeted and 100 teachers in the identified areas. So we believe that at the end of the questionnaire, we should have a sense of what is taking place. But it also checks if you think social media had an impact on it or wherever the origins of this could be. So you are really requested to offer your input, your experience and expertise, or even what you might have gone through or heard from other people so that you are able to contribute that to the discussion.
Now, you would not have embarked on this research program unless you really felt that whatever has been happening, whatever has been observed is harmful to the people. Just share with our viewers just a sense of what you've picked up about these potentially harmful practices affecting these pupils in these 3,000 schools.
Well, it is harmful but also disruptive. So to the individuals, there are some instances where they are causing harm to themselves, cutting themselves, or banging their heads against the walls or pieces of furniture, and sometimes they're just screaming uncontrollably. So it is some kind of experience that is really inexplicable because you don't know what is causing it. Some people say it can be drug abuse, but when you look at some of these incidents, you find that the learners were not in the same place, and there's no way that they would have consumed the same thing. You find the entire class being affected, everyone crying and screaming and saying they're seeing things that other people cannot see.
Hi, Elijah. Dr. Mhlanga, are you there? I think we've lost that connection there. It just started to freeze. He was explaining what's been happening in the schools, but the research program which the Department of Basic Education has commissioned is going to be carried out by researchers from universities of Pretoria and Johannesburg and will resume as soon as this current short third-term break of schools has ended and learning resumes. Biggest concern as well has been the disruption of teaching and learning in classes besides the harmful practices that have been observed in more than 3,000 schools. We'll keep tabs on this, of course, here on eNCA after the schools have reopened to see how that research is going on.